So ladies and gents, we're with another incredible gentleman this afternoon, and we're really talking about living on a park home estate, which is Saltmarshe Castle, part of Wyldecrest Group. Wyldecrest operates some 80 plus parks, and this is the premier park. Now I'm talking to an incredible man who's going to introduce himself to you in a minute, but we've just been talking about his previous career, his career draftsmanship, and what the technical skills. We've had a really fantastic conversation, and coming from Manchester, thank you for sharing that with me. I'm sitting in an incredible property which outside this window the view is absolutely astounding, perhaps one of the best views on the park. But I wanted to ask you how you come to finding Wyldecrest Parks and how you come to decide to buy a property on Saltmarshe Castle.
Well, first of all, we knew that we wanted a bungalow because of my wife's health. We wanted something on one level, and basically we started to look round about the Midlands area because we had a grandson who lived in London and a granddaughter who lives in Stockport. So we wanted somewhere in the middle, so that if we ever visit each one, it's only like 2 hours drive either way. Plus, we like this part of the country anyway, near Worcester, Hereford side of things. So we started to look around there for a park home, park site. And we came across on the internet, Saltmarshe, and then obviously it was Wyldecrest. So we started going through that side of things, spoke to Lucy quite a number of times, and she talked us through the process, and then we basically just went through there. While I was still at work, I remember I dropped a job off at a company in Hull, and I remembered that Willoughby were in Hull, so I thought I'll take a couple of hours off and go round the factory with I think it was Louise, took me around, and that was really interesting because she showed me all the different models, and we settled on the Hazelwood. And she was brilliant because I said I like the Hazelwood, and I like the living room and the bathroom and the bathroom and the ensuite, but I'm not over keen on the bedrooms. So she said, don't worry, we can take the bedrooms from the Charmwood, and I didn't know they could do that. So then she gave me a new model with it all changed round, and that we were over the moon. So this is sort of a hybrid of a Charmwood and a Hazelwood, and we were so pleased that we could do that settled it for us then,
That's a really lovely story, because obviously you've been able to bespoke your home to your own requirements. So when the final model comes through, you've had the adjusted changes, you've got a hybrid which suits perfectly. How did that make you both feel? How did it make yourself and your wife feel?
We were absolutely over the moon, because like I said, we liked one half of it, but we weren't, it wasn't quite suitable, the other half wasn't quite suitable for us. But when she said that they could take the Charmwood side that we liked, because we liked the Charmwood bedrooms, but the Hazelwood living room, so that's when they did the swap over, and it worked ideal for us.
And thank you obviously for sharing time with us today. We really appreciate it. And of course, we're really pleased to have you as part of the Wyldecrest family. We're just to our right, we're looking out, and I know that as you was talking just now, I could see your eyes going out looking at this incredible view. And I'm going to take some pictures in a moment, but would you mind sharing the view? You've got to describe the view. You just described it to me. What is it you can see? I mean, 'cause this is just incredible.
Yeah, well, it's great because in the morning when the sun shines, it's like you could be anywhere. Superb views of virtually everywhere you go outside. These superb views, and it's ideal for me as well, because when it's dark, I have a telescope that you get dark skies here with no light pollution, and I mean the weather's not been too good the last few days, but some really really good astronomy sites to be seen. You know, Orion's over in that area.
Oh, don't mention Orion, that is my favourite.
Yeah.
Do you know, with Orion, and you must know this because you're a very intellectual guy, oh my gosh, I've got to say this, sorry ladies and gentlemen, Orion is my favourite. I watched the programme on Orion's Belt and the Egyptian pyramids.
Oh yeah.
And the Egyptian pyramids of Giza,
yeah,
the three in the middle,
that's
the two
right,
to the north and two to the south, is the
yeah.
exact replica of the formation of the constellation of Orion.
That's right, yeah.
Oh my gosh, a man after my own heart. So you're out at night stargazing and looking, oh my gosh, that's fascinating, I can't believe you've met Orion of today of all days. It's my favourite. And when I watch this programme, as you say, you've got no light distortion, you're seeing with such clarity. It's a beautiful feeling, isn't it, to be able to...
Yeah.
Do you see the satellites as well, moving
satellites?
Oh,
yeah. But the one in the top left is like a reddish colour. If you look very...
I never knew that.
It's a reddish colour, it's called Betelgeuse.
Right.
And the light from that left in 1066. So the light that you're looking at, when you look at it now...
It's 1066.
So if it blew up in 1066, you'd be just seeing it now.
So I didn't know that. So that maybe doesn't exist now.
Possibly, yeah.
Because the light.
Because you're looking at it as it was in 1066.
Is that how far it is away?
Yeah, that's how far away it is away.
Oh my gosh! Listen, I'm gonna come back another time. We're gonna be stargazing in the dark. Okay, and so you've got incredible views, and obviously you come from Manchester. We were just talking about Strange Ways, the Indian Mile, and you've got family all around you. What's important to you now for yourself and your wife in terms of living and retiring? What's important to you?
Well, health. I mean, I'm okay, but my wife is. Since we moved on the park, unfortunately, she's not really been well since. I mean, at the moment, she's got a gallstone. She's waiting for an operation there, and she's waiting for an operation on her back. So, if we can just get her health sorted, it'll be ideal. You know, because like I say, the views are perfect. Being on one level is perfect.
I was going to say the bungalow.
You know, she's looking forward to going outside and sitting on the bench, and we, you know, obviously once we get the back sorted out, it'll be all perfect.
Now let's hope and wish her a really fantastic, you know, speedy recovery. And please do send her best wishes on behalf of Wyldecrest, and of course Healthy Best as well. We wish her well, and we appreciate you know, new customers making a transition excuse me to come and live on Saltmarshe Castle. Now you've had an incredible decking system from Fit Right Decking installed on the outside. My gosh, you've got an L-shaped property, and the decking system, which I'll show in some pictures separately, goes all the way around the property. You have got the best site on the site. There isn't a doubt about it.
No.
So when you was choosing the decking system with Fit Right, what was the process like for choosing that decking system? Who helped you? What was the process to decide the design?
It was a lady. I'm trying to think of her name. Do you know what her name would be? Ellie, yeah. She talked me through all the possibilities. You know, whether obviously it went off cost as well, because because there's a lot of work involved in ours because it's higher. So she showed me all the possibilities, and then obviously it was down to budget, and we were going to change things slightly, but then we thought, well, once we paid for it, you know, it's done, and so we went for a longer side piece and then the full at the back, and I think it was worth it because now because we've got the views as well, it's perfect. And she was very helpful, and we didn't have to wait that long. I don't know, it's probably about 4 or 5 weeks maybe.
Quite quick. What was the process like for installation? Because that's very important to us as a company, because Fit Right have got some incredible reviews. What was the process like for you?
Well, the guy that fitted it, he basically worked on his own. I can't remember his name now. I know he liked a cup of tea in the morning and in the afternoon, but he worked very hard. He never stopped, and he worked quite late in the day. And I think he stayed in the area, I think, rather than go back up to Yorkshire. But he was a superb worker, and he taught me through each stage what they were doing and what the underpinning and all the rest of it that they did. And he did the front section because there was a section there before, but it was slightly damaged, and he said, we'll put you a new section in, and we were over the moon with that. And so we were really pleased with him, and I have seen him on doing other properties, and said
Did you
hello.
drop him down a cup of tea?
Yeah.
No, well, I think I know the gentleman you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember his name now, unfortunately,
It's
but
not
he.
sure. I do know the gentleman you're talking about, but he has got a very, good work ethic.
Yeah.
So how would you rate the service overall from FitRight?
From FitRight, I would say probably a 9.5 out of 10.
Thank you.
I can't really think. The only thing that the minus half out of 10 was there's a bit at the end that's just dropped slightly, but he did explain that because there was a lot of rain, it just dropped, and he will come back and sort that out.
Once it's settled, yes.
But that's not really his fault. But he did say he'll come and sort that out.
And in terms of the decking itself, and thank you for your honesty, because obviously one of the things that we love to be able to do is to make sure we get feedback from our suppliers that provide service into our residents, so we can give that feedback. But sometimes people don't give feedback, and we can't
that's right.
improve it.
Yeah.
So we'll give that feedback, and I'll also check that out for you as well to make sure that is in process for you. But sometimes there are some settlement areas. But thank you so much for the 9.5 out of 10. We appreciate that very much. In terms of the usability of the decking, I mean, I'm sitting here gripping with envy because I love views like that. I also love the sky. I love looking at the stars, very similar to you. And I'm thinking how lucky you are to have that outside your back door. I personally think there's a health aspect to that. I woke up this morning, I was in one of the lodges at Sapey, and the sun was coming from. I felt alive.
Yeah.
I felt healthy. Do you have anything?
Oh yeah. Well, we've been slightly unfortunate that when we moved in, since we moved in, the weather wasn't very good, so we've not really been in here and had a nice summer. Yes. I mean, we're on the verge of it. This is. So since we've moved in, it was the back end of August, so then the weather started turning, but obviously from now onwards it's going to get better, and we're really looking forward to it.
Oh, that is fantastic. Do you know, I want to say thank you for taking the time to speak to us today. You're an absolute gentleman. I'm totally respectful of the draftsmanship trade that you worked so hard, 2 to 3 years or more of learning a trade that now is done automatically by computers. It reminds me actually of a film I saw where these modern sailors and soldiers relied on all this technology, and actually their ship was taken out of action. And they went into an older ship that was all manual, but they didn't know what to do.
That's right.
And it was like all the retired fellas come walking along. Don't worry, boys, we've got this.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And actually there was just a mutual respect between the modern technology and the old ways, and they worked, together. So no, thank you. We wish your wife the best of health and speedy recovery. And on behalf of Wyldecrest Parks Group, Mr. Alfie Best, our group chairman, for the entire team that is responsible for looking after the inbound residents that are joining us, thank you for joining the family.
No problem.
We look forward to seeing more of you on and around the parks, and perhaps if I'm popping back myself, I'm going to learn golf at Sapey. I don't know play golf, but I'm going to try.
I play a little bit. I'm not very good, but
maybe we go together then.
But unfortunately I can't get to play very often because my wife needs the assistance, you see, in care. So
well, perhaps once your wife is well enough and she's back again, and you'll start enjoying yourself, because I don't play golf, and I said to me, I've got to go through a little bit of lessons first as we club. But hopefully, please God, full recovery for your dear wife, and you get to enjoy the most, which I know you will, beautiful summers and relaxation and retirement that you've worked so hard, sir, to enjoy. So thank you very much.
Thank you, no problem.
Gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you.